For the Bitcoin bulls right now since last week, the price is in a buy the dip range. Price broke down that $45,000 support level. Now my eyes are on $40,000 to hold as the lows for April before the bulls can turn things around, maybe even a run towards all-time high. Also a question for you. Do you have enough Ethereum? I'm going to show you why you don't. Fresh new week here on this weekly analysis. My name is John Doe. @RealJohnDoe is where you can follow me. And I'm going to keep these going to help you have a clean view on what's happening in crypto coming up in the following week. And for this one, I'm talking about the usual King, Bitcoin, and also I'm adding Ethereum. And I just want to get it going right away. First, hit that like button, support the channel, like this video, bang, just like that. And one more thing, supporting the channel is what we love from you guys. And we continue doing what we love is putting out content for you. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you're doing that right now. For much more crypto content as my Twitter, follow that as well. Just search @RealJohnDoe on Twitter, hit that follow button, and let's keep growing. Now let's talk about Bitcoin. Looking at this latest news that's happened this past week, Bitcoin whales are filling their bags in that 40K range. El Salvador's 60-minute feature is airing actually today. So Shopify is going to be integrating Bitcoin payments. Russians right now collectively hold $130 billion in crypto. Bitcoin was fighting for that weekly close above $42,000. And I think we just got at that level, which I'll get into when we look at the chart later on in the video. And I like this one right here. This guy's able to heat his pool using his Bitcoin miners. And this is one idea that I've been looking into myself. It was minus 21 in Minnesota, but he was able to keep the pool at 92 degrees Fahrenheit. And now people on the Cash App can now earn their paychecks using Bitcoin. And to add to that, UFC fighters can also get a bonus in Bitcoin for their pay-per-views. And female investors led the crypto market growth in 2021, one report says, by 42% increase. And this is something that was big for Bitcoin this past week. Terra Luna bought a huge stack of Bitcoin this past week, and they bought the dip with a 5K Bitcoin purchase. But now as we get into the price of Bitcoin, you can see market cap 800 billion. Volume is up this past 24 hours, but the price is correcting from that weekly close that we just got at about $42,000. And the current trader sentiment on Currency.com, it shows 79% buyers with 21% sellers. Price is pushing towards the lows of the day. So we could make a low in this next following week, but we get a push towards the upside. Let's quickly look at Bitcoin's chart and then we'll move on to Ethereum. Here on Bitcoin, I have the daily chart pulled up, and this is back here is where we were looking at in the last week's video with price approaching that $48,000 resistance. And as you can see, I was looking for this $45,000 level to hold as that major support, which we just now lost that support level. And now we're down here towards this next support at about 42,000. And this is critical to hold. If this does not hold, then we're seeing Bitcoin come down towards $40,000 to $38,000 as that last level, which would bring us down towards those March lows. And as you can see, April continues to make a monthly low. But I'm hoping this range between $38,000 to $42,000 becomes the lows for the month of April. And then we get another push towards those highs towards $48,000. If we get something like that happen from this current range, that's about a 15% run for Bitcoin. And if we do dip towards $40,000, that gives Bitcoin about a 20% recovery to push towards those highs that we had at $48,000. Now, if we look here and add this RSI, when Bitcoin did trade up towards 48,000, the RSI was overbought. So now the RSI is correcting, and we should find a bottom here and maybe even a bullish divergence in this RSI. And if we do, that will be a nice step for this, showing that this support that we're at right now at 42,000 will hold. And then we look for that as a push with a decent risk reward, something like a 10% downside with a 20% push for Bitcoin towards that 200-day moving average. And if we can flip 48,000 into a support, then we have Bitcoin officially joining another uptrend, maybe something like what we had back in September. And then we can see a nice push towards the previous all-time highs towards 68,000. But You got to also watch out if that level, the levels I'm looking at right now towards the bearish side, if 42 breaks and 38 breaks, then I'm looking at Bitcoin, like I said in a previous video. If these levels don't hold, then we're going heading down towards that previous all-time high at about $20,000 or so, because that will be a new lower low down towards 30,000, and then could continue pushing. And then later on in the year is when we have that nice run, nice recovery towards that yearly open level. So right now, Bitcoin is still in the current range from the yearly open of 2022. And as you can see, the range is getting wider and price will continue to trade in a tighter range until we either get a breakout to the upside or things do break down. Now, moving on to talk about Ethereum, some Ethereum news. Vitalik Buterin quietly donated $5 million in Ethereum to aid the Ukraine. This guy continues to give back. But I guess what else can you do when you created the biggest computer of the internet today? And NFT LA, the whole Ethereum community continues to build constantly, which I love. Web3, NFTs, all of that continues to build on the Ethereum blockchain, which involves more people and shows more real world use case for Ethereum. And that is one thing that Ethereum has right now on the lead towards Bitcoin, and that is the amount of building and development that's happening related to the real world. And Ethereum, some analysts are saying we could reach 4K in April. From this current level we're at right now, I don't see it happening, but I like to take things on level by level. So until we break some certain resistance levels, which I'll talk about later, that's when I'll start looking at higher levels such as $4,000, $5,000 for Ethereum. If we look right now, we're at 3,100. So to get back up to 4,000, it is quite ways, but it is possible. Now, do you own enough Ethereum? That's a question I got for you. I don't think you do. And that's because Ethereum will become deflationary. And that means it will be similar to how Bitcoin is, and there will be a limited supply. So right now, people are trading Ethereum, moving it around, wanting NFTs, but it's always good to have a bag of Ethereum as well sitting on the side because a lot will be happening once Ethereum 2.0 happens. And we do have a whole explainer video on Ethereum 2.0 right on the channel. And Sasil.eth, who is a huge contributor to the Ethereum community and education, summarize the next step of what is happening with the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade, the merge. And this is where the Ethereum network will be full proof of stake, 99.98 energy use reduction for Ethereum because no more mining. 80 to 90% of Ethereum issued will be reduced. Staking Ethereum APY will be increased, and Ethereum becomes Ethereum becomes net deflationary. So no new Ethereum will enter circulation for at least 6 months. And you know from last year's upgrade, some of the supplies started burning. So do you own enough Ethereum? Keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to the price, right now, Currency.com shows 73% buyers, 27% sellers. And looking at Ethereum's price chart, so for that $4,000 level for April, how likely is that to happen? So if we look right now, we had a rejection here at this major resistance of the 200-day moving average, pretty similar to what's happening with Bitcoin, and the RSI was overbought for Ethereum. And this is a very similar price action. They do move in a very similar pattern. And right now, Ethereum is just more volatile. So if you see Ethereum is testing support, if this support does break, then we can look for this level down here towards 3,000 to 2,800 for Ethereum as a buy to dip range. And to head up to $4,000, that's only happening if Bitcoin also breaches $50,000. And for Ethereum, that will be a 40% gain. So that is likely, but the first thing that needs to happen is Ethereum crossing over this $3,500 range. So the current levels I'm watching right now for Ethereum, let me quickly mark them out for you right here. I have, so the resistance levels I'm looking at right now for Ethereum, let me mark them out. The first one, a new one, which is about $3,300. If we can't breach that, then we have right up here at about $3,500 to $3,600. And then after that, we have 3,800 all the way up to $4,000. So those are three levels Ethereum needs to breach past in order to touch $4,000. That's why I'm saying I don't see it happening in April. But if Bitcoin does breach 50,000 and continue a nice push, then yes, we will see Ethereum up towards $4,000 in April. Now, for the downside, what are those price levels? If we do see this current support we're at right now break, which is at about $3,200. Then the next level we have down here at about $3,000 for Ethereum. And then if that does breach, we're down here at about $2,600. Currently, right now, Ethereum is more in the middle of the price ranges to be looking at. If we have a look at this chart, it is testing the lower end support. If we can't break, then I'm looking at this range down here as the bottom range and that massive buy to dip range. But if we do hold and we breach these resistance towards 3,500, and then I'm looking at $4,000 to come later on this month or in early May for Ethereum. So that finishes up everything on this week's analysis. Make sure you are following the channel. And since you made it here to the end of the video, hit that like button like I said. Maybe even leave a comment below. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you next time. We also have the Culture Show, new episode coming out this week if you missed the last one. We talked about Bitcoin mining, so make sure you watch that. And good luck with your trading this week in crypto, and I'll see you back. For more trading videos just like this, please subscribe to our channel.